So going into this season, there is question marks about our secondary, right? Dax Hill's in the first year of his, new position. Nick Scott's brand new. There's a lot of question marks going into it on how is everything going to shake out. Well, Dax Hill has taken that problem, that question mark, and has excelled in every way humanly possible. So Dax Hill leads the team in tackles for a loss with 4. He is also tied for the most in the NFL among secondary players. He also leads the team in total tackles, which is absolutely insane. Because I just want to kind of go through here real fast among secondary players. So let's say on most teams probably have 6 corners, right? Most teams probably have 4 safeties. They could have more, but that's like the average, right? So out of 32 teams, he ranks number 1 out of over 320 players. I said over because it's actually more than that. Because again, like I said, some teams have more than 6 corners. Some teams have more than, 4 safeties. But for just the bare minimum here, he is number 1. He is tied for number 1 out of over 320 players in the NFL. That is how good Dax Hill is honestly playing. And we saw him do this all game long in the Rams game. He had the craziest sack, which, let's be honest, was probably the hardest sack we have seen this season so far. Like the hardest hitting sack. I mean, you had fan bases that weren't even Bengals fans that were calling about how hard of a sack that was. And you can see right here, I mean, it's a toss play in the backfield. And really, if Dax Hill doesn't get this, right? Let's say Dax doesn't get in backfield here. He's picking up Cheeto, right? Trey Hendrickson's being picked up by 2 guys. If he doesn't make this play, Kyren Williams is getting to the outside here, and he's probably getting 40, 50 yards guaranteed. He's fast enough to get 40 or 50 yards. It was actually a good play call, in all honesty. What it really came down to was the fact that, again, Dax Hill read the play, saw what the play was, and absolutely exploded to the ball. Going into this year, we talked about how fast this secondary was. DJ Turner is one of the fastest in the NFL in the secondary position. Dax Hill was up there. Obviously Cam Taylor-Britt, Cheeto. All of our secondary players are absolutely blazing speed type of guys. And plays like this just shows, if he wasn't a blazing speed type of guy, would he have been able to get him? Still, I will say with his great, play rec and going after the ball, yes. But there are chances that, Kyren Williams, which again, like I said, he's a faster player, could get to the outside here if, Dax wasn't as fast as he was. And just going forward here, just taking a look at it again, it's really just the play rec of the simple, it's going to be a toss play, and he explodes on the ball. Not only that, making the tackle for a loss, now not allowing any more yardage on the play, and just absolutely playing that amazingly. And again, I can't stress this enough, and you guys already understand this, but how much we need Dax Hill to go in here and play at the level he's playing, right? Because, listen, losing Jesse Bates, losing Von Bell, it was not easy. I mean, I don't think any Bengals fan losing those guys are sitting here saying, oh, yeah, who cares? Who cares we lost them? Maybe some are saying Von Bell because he's 31 years old, but no one's saying that for Jesse Bates, okay? Jesse Bates is a top 5 player in the NFL today, right now, playing. He's top 5, right? So when you see a play like that, after losing those type of guys, it kind of just makes you smile. And again, like I said, he also had a huge sack in that game versus a huge sack in a critical moment versus Stafford, which again, like I said, it's just plays like that in the backfield. At the end of the day, you kind of look at it in the aspect of, by the way, happy birthday to Dax Hill. I just realized it's his birthday. As it says right here, happy birthday. He's officially 23 years old today. That's crazy. Shout out to Dax Hill and happy birthday to him. But yeah, again, like I said, just, again, when you get in the backfield, it's just the fact that you're able to shut it down that quickly. You expect secondary players to, cover your guy, shut down the pass, but to make plays like that in the run is absolutely amazing. And again, last year he played 15 games, only started 2. So far this season, he's played 3 games, he started 3. He had the interception against the Browns, where really just an amazing play by him to, drop back and just cover that middle. And yeah, I will give the fact that Sean Watson kind of threw it right to him. But again, I mean, that's him putting himself in the correct spot, in the correct situation to get the play down. And then, of course, having the sack last week, absolutely huge. 2 pass deflections. He has 26 combined tackles, 21 solo, 4 tackles for a loss, 5 assisted tackles, and this is what we need. Going into the season, the question marks was 1, Jonah Williams. Jonah Williams has looked amazing. Jonah Williams has done everything we need him to do, and he's playing at a level that we can win at and we can play successful at. And that's amazing above itself. Number 2 was our secondary. How was our secondary going to be able to, pretty much function without Jesse Bates and Von Bell? And while Nick Scott hasn't done anything too insanely crazy, I mean, he did get hurt in the Ravens game, and Jordan Battle really hasn't played any snaps at all, Dax Hill has exceeded expectations. Like, if expectations was a 50, he has gone up to a 200 when it comes to expectations so far. And I can't stress enough how amazing that is. And I know all you guys watch this video, Bengals fans, you guys already know it's amazing. But it's just like, it was so many question marks, so scared what's going to happen. And number 3, I would say probably was our running back core, right? I'd say number 3 was our pass rushing. And Myles Murphy, he hasn't really lived up to expectations so far. It's week 3, it's early in the season. He's going to have more time to develop, more time to get in there. He's not getting all the snaps anyway, so it's not like he's getting that much rotation at the moment in time. A lot of that might be because of the fact he's not doing that great. But again, like I said, we'll have to wait and see on him. And number 4 really came down to our running backs. And how good will our running backs do? So far, it's been mid. It's been very mid with our running game. I mean, last week we got the only touchdown in the game was our running back core, but it was very, very mid. And, with everything else really, I guess other than pass rushing here, has hit at a very high level, that's where we kind of got to work on. And it's good, right? It's good that our first 2 things, our offensive line and our secondary, is hitting. Because now, you don't look at, you don't go into week 4 versus the Titans go, oh my gosh, we have to work on all 4 of these again. We're still not figuring it out. We're still not getting it done. No. I mean, our pass rushing game, other than Myles Murphy, last week we had 6 sacks in that game, right? We had 6 sacks last week. So I guess our pass rushing game is also a A++. The first 2 weeks we kind of, didn't really get too good. But last week we really, stepped that up. So our pass rushing game is good. Again, like I said, Myles Murphy's the only red flag. Our secondary is good. Our line is good. Now it's run game. And that's good because now you have something to work on moving forward. So week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, 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 blah. You need to work on this run game. Everything else is being figured out, right? And that's perfect. Run game. Focus on the run game. Thank you guys for watching. Actually, you know what? Before we end this off, I think I have a clip. I think I had this clip that really, shows what we should do moving forward. Let's get it, boys. Let's listen up to Richard Sherman.
Like, I mean, I wish I had Marshawn up here. Like, 1 yard. You need 1 yard. Run the ball. Run the ball. CT.
He's triggered.
All he has to do is run the football. Like, necessary criticism. I'm not, I've said enough criticism for him, but God dang it, run the dang ball. Like, learn from your mistakes.
Can somebody fill me in? What is he referring to?
I'm confused. Have you been in this situation before?
Run the ball.
I will say this.
As he says, run the damn football. Peace out, guys.